Goku, your typical protagonist that derives purpose from battle and complete mayhem. The epitome of a character controlled by their own will to fight. But what if I told you that Goku, despite how much we know about him already, know nothing? The beliefs you construct about Son Goku have not taken into account the truth of his character, which is exactly what we'll be discussing in today's video. To first start, I'd like to say that Goku's demeanor on the outside and how he describes his own behaviors differs from his internal struggle, which is why I'll be using multiple examples throughout the video to manifest the true identity of Goku. He lies to himself to justify his own actions, as Goku being an avid fighter with a lengthy moral compass and a heart that seemingly has room to forgive anyone, provides an impression of the stereotypical good guy. But being inherently good is not what Goku seeks from his perspective. Quite the contrary. Goku intentionally seeks conflict. Without it, his existence would become very boring. Goku's personality has a direct causal relationship with his self-portrayal of desiring to be the very strongest, naturally inclined to seek challenge, giving purpose to Goku's only goal, to be number one. Being surrounded in an environment of fighters, he has always admired and been inspired to evolve himself through unconventional means. Rather than become better mentally, why not physically develop instead? We can clearly observe Goku's progression as a naive and pretty ignorant character throughout the Saiyan and even parts of the Frieza arc, to a wise and collected man in the later Cell and Buu arcs, despite still retaining the core idiotic aspect that he has. Goku definitely fools you into believing he's stupid, only to suddenly break these misjudgments during a fight. The fights are his signature freedom, his only escape from mediocrity. Even though he lacks the capability for being intellectual at moments, he still has a high self-awareness due to his emotional intelligence being unexpectedly high. This inadvertently makes Goku more relatable and likable as a character, because he can differentiate the clear picture, although he might struggle on the more abstract concepts, like planning or using his intelligence. Which is why Goku's simplicity makes him more complex. The contrast of his simple nature, being pure of heart, fighting valiantly for the beliefs he trusts in. I won't lie, most of the villains he fights against are objectively hateful and tyrannical, so Goku does not have to identify the morality of the situations that much. But it's this concept of Goku knowing what he's doing is right. He never doubts himself and always will do what he knows is best. Goku never holds resentment for anyone, irregardless of status or what atrocities they've committed. As if you look at the Frieza fight, he simply wanted to let Frieza live, as an act of kindness, to show mercy to the ones who don't deserve it. But let's dive a little deeper. Goku knows how much sacrifice is needed, as shown against Cell. He is self-aware, but Goku was so confident in Gohan to the point where Cell was able to pull a fast one. This is the only trait of committing to something without questioning. Goku's over-optimistic and naivety allowed this miscalculation to occur. But that's the thing. Even though Goku caused this situation, he sacrifices to deal with it. He won't ever let something that he started be finished by another. Goku's greatest strength is not his actual fighting ability, but his humanism towards others, his approach to life and knowing of certainties. He always understands that there will be another trying to hurt others, which is why he describes himself as a nightmare to evil against Frieza. He will always be obstructing the path of villainy, not because he believes he's doing something good, but because it's his life's purpose to oppose strong opponents. Goku has accidentally gotten himself in and out of trouble numerous times, partly because of his stupidity. But what if he manipulated you into thinking that, and he truly purposefully creates the situations that he feels most alive in? Despite not knowing even Vegeta, he gave him an honorable death, which shows that he cared for someone he never even knew. Goku obviously was seeking a fight against Frieza to test his abilities, and truth be told, I don't mind this subconscious selfishness Goku has, because he is the strongest. He will always be the first to confront. His relationship and respect for Vegeta is admirable too, because of how they both understand the truth about one another. The execution is just different for both of their personalities. Goku teaching Gohan in the time chamber without holding back shows how he wanted to enforce a self-motivating and residual power within Gohan. Goku overall being the pillar of light for everyone. even though he never saw himself as anything but a fighter. Which is why there is this symbolic relationship with everyone in Goku. Goku seemingly gets what he wants whilst the cast are protected. This is partially why Vegeta despises Goku. Now we obviously have to discuss the elephant in the room of Goku hitting his head as a child, being the catalyst to his change. But I simply think Goku is a result of his environment and nothing more. If he was raised on planet Vegeta, he would still retain some of the personality traits, just a more twisted sense of justice. Even if Grandpa Gohan did die to him, it was unintentional as Goku was unknowingly transformed into a great ape. However, I think the Super Saiyan transformation perfectly symbolizes Goku's insatiable thirst for battle and endless desire to become stronger. As we see his development throughout the show, eventually even having to balance responsibilities with Gohan and Chi-Chi as a father. Goku is an enigma, a man who deceivingly fights for justice, but truthfully fights for his own conceptual reasons, making him a more profound character than was thought to be before. This was the weird truth behind Son Goku. If you really liked the video and you want to see more, don't forget to leave a like, sub, and comment, and as always, peace!